Hey everybody, it's Catherine from DryerDays Art Studio. Thank you so much for being here today. This clear flower tray was so ridiculously easy to make. I almost feel bad even making a video about it because it was so simple. So I hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did. I've got tons of videos for your binging pleasure, and we'll get right into the video. I really hope you guys enjoy. Thanks for watching. Hey everybody, it's Catherine from DryerDays Art Studio here, and I don't usually talk right now, I usually do a voiceover, but I wanted to mention this so that I don't forget it when I am doing my voiceover. I'm going to leave my little piece of tape here, but what I wanted to explain or kind of go over with this mold here is I use this in another piece. I will link the video down in the description. You can also catch a link to it at the end of this video, but I did a tray with this beautiful large mold here. And then usually what I like to do after I demold is wash the mold gently with soap and water, let it air dry, and then wrap it up and put it in my drawer with my other molds to keep it dust free. But in this case, I forgot my studio was like a mess and I didn't cover it. So I wanted to show you here, I left it out and I had some gold mica flying around and it got stuck. Can you see those little flecks in there in the light? I hope you can see it. Now I have washed this. I have taken tape gently to the mold. I see that it got some of the gold off and even some other little pieces of things here that were stuck to the mold that even the light washing didn't get off. And this is just kind of on here, but if you've worked with resin before, you've played with it at all before, you know that the minute I put resin on here, it's going to cure, and it's going to cure to this pigment, and this pigment is going to come off. So what I plan to do with this piece in this video is I'm going to do some clear cast with some liquid diamonds here. You can get a code for their store in the description below. And I'm going to be using this pack of flowers that you can get at DryerDaysArtStudio.com. Everything will be listed below. And so I think that even though this has a little bit of these gold flecks on the surface, I think that'll be really pretty with these flowers still. So I'm going to go ahead, let's get started, and we will see what this looks like when we're done. All right, everybody, so I'm actually going to use some of the white flowers that you see sitting there too. So I have mixed up my liquid diamonds resin, and we're just slowly pouring it. I'm pretty close to the mold here. I try to pour as close as I can to the mold to cut down on creating any more air pockets or bubbles. And just coming around, filling it out, getting a nice cover here. It looks beautiful. It's got a glass-like finish. There are virtually no bubbles. I will hit with a little bit of heat from my heat gun if I see any bubbles pop up. Please remember, I always try to advise never using a torch or an open flame near any of your silicone molds because it can essentially melt them or fuse them with the resin, and then as the resin cures, it's going to tear your silicone and ruin your mold. I've had it happen quite a few times. I've had it happen not a few times, but I have had it happen enough to where it ruins my molds and I have to buy new ones, and that is no fun. Using my tweezers, I'm just going to select which flowers I want and gently place them right on this resin we just laid down. Some things I always keep handy in my studio are tweezers, rubbing alcohol in a spray bottle, popsicle sticks obviously, and orange sticks. And all of those things come in super handy. So here I saw a couple bubbles, and I'm just going to hit really lightly with my heat because I don't want to damage or hurt my flowers either. So I'm just going to do it real quick, skim it over the top. And I'm just going to continue around with the placement of my flowers. I'm going to time lapse it for you and let it play through because I think it's really satisfying to watch. And I'll be back in a little bit. My placement for these and how I chose to lay them in here is dependent on how I think it's going to look when it's demolded and flipped over, reversed. And so that was my thought process as I went through this entire thing. So I usually will place the stems and the leaves last just because I want those kind of peeking out from the back. And here's just a picture before we let it cure. And now I'm coming in with another layer of my resin, and this has a little bit of Andromeda glitter in it, which is a purple microfine glitter. I wanted to have just a little bit of sparkle in here, so I put a tiny bit in with this resin. I have put it through my vacuum chamber to get out any bubbles, and again, slowly pouring right on top of the mold here. I did a third thin layer to finish this off, seal off that layer with the glitter in there, and we'll just let this cure. Okay, so this has been in here for about 3 days. I let it cure because it was kind of thick, so I left it flat on my table to get a really nice rock hard cure before I demold it. This mold is so easy to demold, so I don't need it still pliable or anything to get the mold off. As usual, just going around loosening the edge. And we're going to peel back and away from the piece here. And look at how crystal clear this is. It's like glass. The flowers look like they're layered in there. That was the goal that I had. I wanted it to look kind of layered. You can see just a tiny bit of sparkle in there, and I'll show you it here in the sun so you can see that a little more. But I love it. I think it's adorable. And here it is out in the sun. You can see that just gentle sparkle in there from that Andromeda glitter. Again, guys, everything that I used is going to be in the video description, so please go and check that out if you want to get any of the products that I used. Everything was from DryerDays Art Studio except for the resin, and you can check out the description for a code to get some of that resin for yourself with a little coupon. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, everybody, keep on pouring.